What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Vinny D for your weekly recap. Call of Duty Leaderboards World War II Xbox One Edition. First of all, before we jump into the recap of the top 100, I want to address the new guys here who keep asking me how far off am I from the top 100. The best way I could tell you and show you is go into your leaderboard stats right now, go into your career stats, and go and compare with this guy over here. Okay, how far off are you from 7.6 million? If you're, 1 or 2 million points off, but you play the game a lot, you're every week since the release, and you intend on playing a lot, you have a good SPM, count your stats, write down your stats today, and in 1 week from now, write down your stats again. See how many points you rack up in a week. If you pull in between, 400,000 plus, you can crack the top 100 over time. It's mathematically very possible. And that's the best I could tell you right now. So I know guys are asking me, that's the best I could tell you is compare with this guy right here. If this interests you, then stick around. These videos might be interesting to you. For the top 100 guys who've been following, let's jump into it. Guys, I got some good news for once over the last month, and it's been pretty negative. If what we're looking at right here is the currently, top 100, he's currently ranked 100 on our website without the boosters and cheaters. Yes, it's still gross to look over 2,277 tags before hitting the top 100 guy, but if we look at this time last week, we were looking at 3,400. What that means is, it's 1,000 tags cleaner, which is trending in the right direction. As I explained to you, I know it's, deceiving, it's depressing, it's demotivating looking at your leaderboards and seeing all the junk in front of you. However, all I could say is a lot of these accounts are either idle, they're not being played on, they're being removed, and eventually you're moving ahead of these guys. If they are being used, it's by very minimal, not many points being put on them. So again, over time, it's ugly to look at, but over time they will go away. The easiest way is for them to be removed, obviously, by Sledgehammer. Whether this is going to happen or not is to be seen, but we need to continue moving forward. The first couple of pages will always have boosters. There's no way around it. Anyway, but it's good news. I mean, 1,000 players that have been cleaned up. We're trending in the right direction. Let's jump into the top 100 for the week. I update the stats on Sunday night. Again, I upload them Monday morning. Here we go. I like the week. I like looking over the numbers before presenting you guys a video. Top 10, we'll start with that this week. Not much change. A couple of things going on here that we noticed is that new faces in the top 10. SiCK ELLOOOO0, MERCENAIRE, Atom. Guys jumped into the top 10 after putting in a lot of work over the past 2 months. I mean, if you look, they both jumped in at around the 35 rank 8 weeks ago, and all they did was been putting in heavy time, monster hours, smashing the game, and the proof is here. They're moving in and they finally cracked the top 10. So it's very hard, to move your way up every week, and on top of it, to break the top 10. Props to you guys for the hard work. Besides that, not much change in the top 10. I do see that here ZGREENMARINEz took a little bit of time off, 13 hours played this week. That's fine, still has a huge buffer lead. I mean, he's been also smashing the game, so I mean, not much difference, not much change going on in the top 10, but besides that, what sticks out to me. But overall, like I said, pretty healthy, a lot of blue here, not much changing going on, so good to see. From 11 to 30, first thing I want to show you guys is something that I noticed is that let's forget about MadTV, because I mean, he's, it's an operation, nobody's going to catch him, he's in a league of his own. If we start over here at number 2 Scudze and we look at the total points, 22 million, and we look at the top 10, 12 million over here, it's a 10-point gap between 2 and 10. If we look at 11, rank 11, and we drop down to rank 30, this is much different. Okay, you're only looking at around 2.5 million. So a lot of change is going to happen within this 10 to 30. Okay, top 10, there's not much shuffling, but you could see here how much up and downs there's going to be going forward, and it's going to be exciting to see as we move forward in the game who's going to be sticking around or not. A couple of things that I want to mention here in the top 10 to 30 is that it's very balanced. So I'd say that the average is around 1 million points a week, between the 11 and 30. Obviously they play a lot. If you look at the times played, it's pretty much everything's balanced, and that's good to see. I mean, a lot of guys have been here 10 weeks, they just continue to put hours into the game. You don't see a lot of new faces on here, and over time you will, but for right now, I mean, it's just guys holding the ground. A couple of notables that it stuck out this week is, number 21, OG Warrior, number 24, Twista, moving up in the right direction. If you look at the jumps over here, 9 points, a 9-point jump here, 7-point jump here, 8 weeks on the board, 5 weeks on the board. Nice to see that. Number 19, VATO LOCO, 10 weeks been on board, no times played this week. As you can see, once you're in the top 20, top 30, guys, you don't play. It's only a matter of time till somebody grabs your spot. So a little bit of a drop there, but overall, very pleased to see. If your name's in the top 10, from 10 to 30, congratulations. I like what I'm seeing here. I mean, it's consistent. Look at the times played. You guys could see it for yourself. Everybody's hovering around day plus, and like I said, the average is around 1 million. Some guys put more, 800,000, but the average is around 1 million. From 31 to 50, again, your name might be here. You have access to go and take a look at this yourself. There's a little bit of a drop off. You won't see as much of the 1 million points being achieved here. The average is around 500,000. Some more, some less. Even the time played is a little bit lower, and that's normal. I mean, it's the top guys play more, and the newer guys that are coming into the top 100, their names will actually, start to stick out a little bit more. Good thing to see here is from 43 to 49, you'll see a lot of green here. Here's a little wave of trending upwards. Couple of guys that have been on the board and keep moving up every week. Hellraiser, Old Tal, Mike Gambit, keep trending upwards. Good to see. A couple of notables over here. Number 36, C8 Kill. Nice move up over here. Nice jump. Almost 1 million points put in. Number 41, as I mentioned last week, it shows not ranked. It shows him jumping into number 41, Lamtica Madres. He was there. He's been there for many, many weeks. Last week, his name was nowhere to be found on the Xbox console side of it. His name is back. I reinstated you, bro, so you're good to go. 47, Hellraiser, and 49, right over here, Hellraiser and Killer Reborn. Both 3 weeks on the board, climbing every week, and just putting in a lot of time. I mean, lower SPM for Killer Reborn over here, 2 days, 5 hours. Hellraiser, stronger SPM, still a day and 3 hours played, but it's nice to see that only 3 weeks in the top 100, but trending upwards. You'll see a lot of the mid-pack guys have been here a month, 5-6 weeks, but still very, very competitive from 31 to 50. 50 plus is, fresh meat, basically. You'll see a lot of newer guys jumping in and less of the guys, fading out. I'd have to say that it's very, very possible to crack the top 50, crack 50 to 100, as I mentioned earlier on in the video, just because how you see so many guys just jump in that weren't even ranked last week. When you see an NR over here, obviously they weren't ranked, now they are. And this week there's 15 guys that weren't ranked in the top 100 and now are. So there's place to move into the top 100 for sure. And you're looking at around, again, 400,000, 500,000 average points per week. Go and look and see how much you're playing. Figure it out. You'll see the trends going forward, but it's usually between 400,000 and 500,000. Guys, a little bit of a lower SPM, from 50 to 100, but it's still early on to see because they're so new. They're so new and they've just jumped in. I mean, is it legit? Are they here to stay, or is it like a couple of putting in a couple of big weeks and then, fading out? So that's where usually 50 to 100, again, newer guys jumping in, and are they going to move their way up or not? It's to be seen. It's always competitive from 50 to 100 with the newer guys. And I keep saying it, I'll keep mentioning it again. Don't worry about, you set yourself goals, set yourself standards, but look at what's ahead of you and see what they're doing and figure out what kind of numbers you need to put in. I'm just going to grab a random name over here. Ears, 2 weeks on the board, huge jump over here, 780,000 plus. How far off is he? Look, he's right there. I mean, this is probably flip-flopped already. There's not much change. There's not much of a gap between the numbers when it hits from 50 below. Look, 7.8 million, and we're down here and we're still at 7.88 million. I've just moved 10 spots. So that's how you could really look at it and use the website. Go back on previous weeks and go and see what this guy's doing and what kind of numbers you need to put in to advance. Again, for the new guys on board, congratulations. And if you're not in the top 100, hopefully, again, this website was created to keep you guys motivated. I know it's frustrating to, keep an eye on the console side of things when you have boosters and you don't know what your true rank is. And this is the closest thing you're going to get, to the top 100. Like I said, it's you could go back here from right down to the November 20th before the whole mess started. All the stats are pretty legit. Everything's updated. And, if you have anything, again, post it in the comments. Keep grinding, guys. I know double XP, keep pushing for that. And I'm glad to see things are moving in the right direction, sort of. And hopefully Sledgehammer will get those accounts removed or, clean things up so we don't just have to rely on the website all the time. All right, up until next week, enjoy it. Enjoy the double XP. And, I'll speak to you guys soon. Peace.